Yeah, for myself, I will start. I guess we are few people enough, so we can just go around and introduce ourselves if we want. I'm Andreas. I'm a German software developer for like 10 years now, working for the head issue company. And yeah, doing end-to-end test automation is basically, yeah, I basically started with that. And all the rest, Java backend specifically, came in parallel. Naeem, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I want to introduce myself, sure. I am Naeem Akram. I am a test developer. I have been working as a developer for 15 years and I have been working as a test developer for past about 10 years. And I mainly work in C Sharp. I have experience of working with coded UI, Appium, Selenium, bunch of technologies. So software testing has been my core area of interest for past 5-6 years full time. And apart from that, I'm also an online instructor. I teach a course about Appium. This is a plug. This is some work that I do. So I teach a course about about test automation of Appium of Windows application using Appium. So if you search on Udemy, you can find this course by searching for WebDriver. So that's the kind of work I do. Yeah.
Cool. Chris, who are you?
Sure. Hello, I'm Chris McClellan,
Chris.
based in Glasgow, Scotland. I have been a test senior. Currently I'm a senior tester for the BBC, but I've been a tester for predominantly about 8 years. I had 2 years as a business analyst and a product owner. So I've had a bit of a mixed variety in life. I predominantly it's more 80-20 split, manual testing and a bit of automation, but I am just a keen learner of everything. And I've seen Andreas's talk messages on LinkedIn quite a lot about Serenity, so it's piqued my interest and I'm interested to hear what it's all about.
Danish, you want to
Sure. I'm Danish Shah. I'm from the US, currently with a startup in healthcare space. Previously, I've been with Walmart and MTV and all media and e-commerce space. I've been in QA for about 15 years, out of which 10 years been in automation, specifically with Selenium and Java. And currently, I'm kind of in my new company, I'm trying to figure out which, solution to go forward with. And Serenity came along on LinkedIn quite often, so I'm kind of curious in learning what it is and how it can actually, be beneficial to my job.
Cool. I hope I don't butcher your name. Sridhar? Or how is it pronounced?
Yeah. Hi, this is Sridhar. I'm from India. I'm into test automation more than 10 years with the skills of Selenium, Java, WebDriver, and rest assured web services. Currently learning DevOps and Docker. Currently I'm learning. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in learning Serenity as well. That's all from my side. Thank you all.
We have another participant called VEX. I don't know if that's actually
correct. Sorry, I could not turn on camera, but I'm Veljko from Serbia. I'm also QA engineer and software developer. I work mostly on JS automation, Protector, and BDD. Mm-hmm. I will just, if I may, I will just observe this workshop because I'm not familiar with Java and I'm tired of work today. So if I may, I will just observe the workshop. If it's okay for you. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So basically have a lot of good automation skills and Java skills here already. you are, I guess, familiar with the. Okay, let's start again. So Serenity BDD is like an open source automation framework for writing automated checks in Java. There is also a JS implementation if you're interested, Serenity JS, if that's more if that tickles your fancy. What it does is basically it allows you to write your tests as what's called executable specification. So whatever workflow you have, you can write down in Java code and have it executed, or just report it for the business side of things, or you can document your flows there without automating it. And the great thing is that you can actually let multiple, let's call them testers, if they're computers or persons, who cares, can work in collaboration, work on the same SUT. Because in my experience, it's pretty hard to only have like one WebDriver or one tester doing something. In most cases, when you do like executable specification, you have flows like the user needs to sign up, then some kind of admin has to check the account, check the data, has to confirm him. Then you need someone to check the database if the data is actually there. And the Serenity and the Screenplay pattern makes this pretty easy. And because I got a question beforehand, what's it about the Screenplay pattern? What's so great in comparison to the page object pattern? I guess you are all aware of the page object pattern. No?
Yep.
So I thought I can. Naeem, can you allow me to share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
That's
how can I do that?
currently not.
Why multiple?
That's a great
Okay,
question.
hold on. It says multiple participants can share their screen, and you should be able to do it now.
Cool.
Got it? Yep.
Nice. Got it.
Here you go.
Let me show you this example page object. This should look pretty familiar. We have a page object which gets the driver, and in this page object are a lot of things which the Screenplay pattern separates, like do one thing but do it good, like solid redesign. We don't want to have so much functionality in one class. So we have here like the web element with selectors, we have actions, and we have this thing here. The page object pattern says that you should return the next page you are getting, which leads to some complications. Let's imagine you have a login page, and when you in a login page submit your username password, how do you actually know that the page you get returned is the page after the login, like a successful login, or if your credentials are wrong or whatever error is displayed? So this is pretty weird right now already. It's great for like method chaining. You can do some stuff like, let me see. You can do some things like here we have a sign up page, and then we submit our username and password, assuming and if our sign up actually has more steps than one, let's say you have username password first, and then you need to submit your address. Let's say this line will be repeated like everywhere, because you want to try to keep your tests independent and separated. So we are always signing up new users to run your checks. And whenever dev decides that, or the product owner, whoever decides, oh, we need a third step right now, like we need to submit our telephone number, or our mobile number as well, then you got a problem, because that's pretty hard to refactor. You have to search and replace in your code, and you will miss something. And it's, I don't know, method chaining is very weird when you're doing refactoring. What else did I want to talk about? Now I close my notes. Another problem is that modern applications don't really have pages anymore. It was fine, like when you have static HTML pages, but modern applications are our usual React, Angular, whatever front ends. We're doing a lot of JavaScript magic and don't really switch the page. We just change components on the page, and then you then you need to extend your page object pattern with components. So you already know that you have pages, but every page has a header. So you need to include in your page objects the whole structure of how is my page composed, which is pretty complicated. And with Screenplay, you don't really need that. You don't really need to code anywhere what page has a header. You just say, if there's a header, this is how you get the elements. So Screenplay does things a little bit different. Our elements aren't really there at all. We don't have elements in some kind of page object. We just have a list of locators. Do I have an example here? No, I don't. But you will see it later. We don't have elements here. We just provide these selectors. We just store these selectors in some kind of static references, and resolve the elements when we need them. And our actions here aren't really there at all. We just wrap them in intentions, because it's totally fine. It's pretty cool that you have a login sign-up page and you enter a name, but it doesn't really tell us anything about why we do that. So the user usually wants to sign up. He doesn't want to enter a name, and he doesn't want to enter an address. He wants to sign up. And this intention always stays the same. Whatever steps you have in your sign-up flow, the intention to sign up stays the same. So the Screenplay pattern, let me show you a model. Here it is. This is the model for the Screenplay pattern. It's all based on an actor. We need someone who executes our script logically. Actors have abilities. We will code them later. And these abilities enable us to interact with the system under test. Sounds logically all right, no? And if we need to do our checks and assertions, we just ask questions about the state of the system under test. You will notice that there's no mention of Selenium WebDriver, browsers, or whatever here. You can have abilities for everything. You can have an ability to use a browser. You can have an ability to query a database. You can have the ability to call a REST API. So we are already set up to mix and match our interfaces as we like. So our actor can use a browser to go to a login form. logging in with his credentials, get some kind of authentication token, which he can use in the REST calls or query the database, whatever. And that's the great thing about the Screenplay pattern. So that's basically the Screenplay pattern. Do you have any questions? I know I was pretty quick right now. So if you have any immediate questions, please ask them.
So by screens, what exactly do you mean? Is it more like what the user is doing within a specific screen, or?
No, Screenplay is really like when you think of a play, of a stage play. When you go to the theater, you have a stage, and then you have actors on the stage doing something with some kind of props, or the screenplay is really how you would read I don't know, a screenplay for a movie. Actor one enters the stage, looks around, says, "Hi, welcome." Then actor two enters the stage, looks around, says, "Ah, there you are, actor one." you know, can you follow what is meant by screenplay?
Yeah, how I've kind of put it as an analogy is kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger coming into the cabin and asking for the boots closing his motorcycle. Kind of that's his action. So his action is walking into the Terminator is the actor. The actor walks into the bar. He requests the clothes, the boots, and the motorcycle. The second actor comes and punches him, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's right. And then in the end it says actor one exits stage in an ambulance. Or
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry, I have a very bad internet connection here. I got logged out. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Pause share. Okay. Yeah, that's the. Well, let's show the model again. Where is this? Oh, there it is. So any further questions? Is everyone ready to start coding? Anyone who wants to code along, please speak up now if you can run the starter project.
I think I can actually do it. I'm using Visual Studio Code, so I'll give it a bash.
I'm probably just gonna observe.
Okay. Yeah, then basically comes down to Naeem to show us the IDE.
Yeah, I have the IDE. So shall I share my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's my screen. Please let me know when you can see it. So I have opened IntelliJ IDEA. It is an IDE for Java development, and I am going to click open or import over here, and excuse me, get from version control will be the one, and I am going to specify the URL of the project which Andreas has created, and I'm going to click clone here. It is going to take, I believe, very short while, and then the code will be present on machine. It has finished downloading, I believe. And here we have the source code.
Cool. It will take a while to download the dependencies, I guess.
it was over here, which you remember last time we fixed this downloads.
He's already importing it. No
Okay,
need.
okay. Because last time we were, yeah, please go ahead.
This can technically be done through command line also, right? Just git clone from there, and okay.
Exactly, yeah.
And you would need Maven, I guess, to resolve the dependencies. So,
Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
if you want to install Maven.
Okay.
I think there was a plugin in Visual Studio Code that allows me to run it. I think I've managed to run it.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, right. VS Code has Maven plugins, but they aren't very sophisticated. But it should be possible.
We'll see how we go. I think if I get a different result, at least if I've done the interaction and it's correct on screen and it's not correct on me, then on my IDE, at least I understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why we thought we let Naeem do the coding, and the others can watch or code in parallel and share their views if they want.
I may be going ahead of myself, but is it just a quick question? Is it compatible with Docker container? I mean, containerizing the Serenity framework using Docker or any other kind of technology?
Yeah, usually you wouldn't Dockerize Serenity itself. The SUT equalize, and you would, I don't know, create a runnable jar of your tests and execute them and Dockerize them. So yeah, sure, it's a plain Java Maven project. You can compile to a jar library.
Oh, okay, cool. That makes sense.
Should be no special things involved regarding creating executable jar.
Awesome.
We have a lot more participants right now that may be a little bit confused what's going on.
Shall I give a quick review, or you'll do it?
Please.
Yeah. So for everybody who joined us a little later, what we are doing right now is I am cloning the project which Andreas created for us to use as an example. This project is using Serenity BDD, and right now it is downloading the Maven repositories, the Maven dependencies. So it is going to take a few minutes. Before that, Andreas told us about the Serenity BDD and what is Screenplay pattern, right? A Screenplay pattern is basically a competition to the widely popular page object model. Most of the times when we talk about using design patterns in test automation, we are talking about page object model. But the thing is that there are some other possibilities, and there is like a lot of sprawl when we use a page object model. So to reduce that, there is another alternative available, which even if we don't get to use, it is good to know about, and that is the Screenplay design pattern. So the Serenity BDD, basically it facilitates creating Screenplay design pattern based programs. So that is why it is here. And Serenity also handles the like boilerplate code for like initializing WebDriver and many other things for us as well. So that is a brief introduction of Serenity as much as I know, and Screenplay pattern and what we are doing. And over to you, Andreas.
One more question. Is it a JUnit based, or can TestNG also be used within it?
TestNG isn't supported anymore. JUnit is the way to go.
Okay. Any particular reason for that, or just a?
No, that was before my time. It's been in hiatus a long while. Salman, Julian, it would be great if you, if possible, could unmute yourself and show your camera, enable the camera, and maybe do like a quick introduction if you want, why you are here, what do you do, and what you hope to see here. And if not, we just continue like you aren't even here, and I hope you have fun watching.
Yeah, and I have a question here. So, is parallel testing is possible through Screenplay pattern? If yes, how
Yes.
it is?
It's parallelization is like a basic. It's yeah, the common feature of the Maven-based test execution. So you just in your POM XML, you just add a parameter for running in parallel and say running yeah, parallel classes, how much, and yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, your project is ready. You can check out the test sources. Let's go to project source test example Java E2E and into our browser package. That's just our browser example here. Let's open it and try to run it. I don't know, do you have Chrome installed? Yeah, you had Chrome installed, yeah. No, don't Maven verify, just run it from the IDE. Everyone can do the same, and if you don't have a Chrome, the default is Firefox. I hope you have that. Then you just would need to change the name on top to Firefox.
Yeah, and it's here that we are specifying that we are going to use the Chrome browser, that this Serenity like library is going to use Chrome browser. So this manage tag is from the library. So I'm going to just right click here and I will say run, and that's it. This test will start running.
And if I wanted to run it cross-browser, for example, you know, in Chrome and other browsers simultaneously, how does that happen?
You can just pass the driver name through like a parameter or an environment variable. So you would, the quickest way would be to just run multiple Maven jobs with different driver names.
You mean this?
Okay, so you can, sorry, you can provide the variable to this test class, I believe, somehow, right?
Yeah, you can. It's a bit more complicated managing the browser, but you can basically just create your own driver in whatever way you want, and then just instead of Maven verify, you say Maven verify, but with the Firefox profile or with the Chrome profile or whatever.
Okay. Would it be possible to show that whenever after the presentation? That'd be great.
Yeah, or you just hit me up and I send you the link to the documentation, or we just have a chat one-to-one, and I can explain it better, and I will look up my examples.
Awesome.
Okay, here the test has finished.
Yeah, and it's failed. Why?
But the Chrome browser window opened once and then it failed.
Okay, then let's scroll down and let's see where the error actually is. There's a lot of debug output I didn't remove. That's my bad. I'm sorry. You can just ignore that. That's debug from the HTTP wire. We don't need that at all. Test failed. Add tester opened. Could not instantiate class Chrome driver. Okay, that's bad.
Maybe I have an older instance of, like, it is a compatibility issue, maybe, right?
There should be some better error on top. Can you, let me just quickly see what I did there. Can you go to source test
Okay.
resources?
I have Chrome 87.
Test. Yes, this root info. Why do you have error output at all? That's weird. It doesn't pick up your lockback configuration, it seems. Yeah, please scroll up. There should be some kind of better Chrome driver related error message.
Yeah, it looks like I'm getting the same. I managed to run the test in the report. I'm getting the following error occurred: unknown error, net or SSL protocol. Sorry. Driver info, driver.version unknown. Line 26.
1 second. I had driver over here. Is it possible that I don't have the latest because I have this driver over here, so maybe that's the problem. I have this like Chrome 85 driver and my browser is Chrome 87.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I guess that's the problem.
Usually check your console output. Usually, Serenity would download the driver. Let's check your console. And
it is saying starting Chrome driver 85. Okay. On port number only local connections, and then his driver was started, and here could not instantiate WebDriver of class this. Okay, I believe this is a conflict of driver version.
Okay, yeah, then we basically need to
the easiest thing will be download Chrome driver 86, 87, I believe, and this should just fix it, right? Or something else if you suggest.
Yeah, let me check your output, because Serenity usually does download the right driver for you, which is like a new feature, and I don't really like it.
Okay.
And we may want to disable it.
Can I give you the control of the screen? I'm not very familiar with this. I don't know how to do it. If anybody knows, please tell me. How can I let Andreas control?
Andrea, can we use WebDriver Manager, which will automatically select the respective versions?
Yeah, usually Serenity is pretty well integrated with the WebDriver Manager. So I'm quite taken aback why this is a problem here. What we maybe should do is, how can I control it? Request remote control. Ah, there it is.
Here we go.
Okay, what we want to do is go into the properties and disable your auto download. So what's happening is the latest versions started to automatically enable the download. Can I paste here? No, I can't. Driver auto download, which may lead to issues because your local version may be older than the one. I don't know. Let's just type forwards here, and then it will pick up your Chrome driver from your path, like usual Chrome driver you would use in other projects as well. So let's try this again.
By the way, I've already downloaded the driver for Chrome 87. So most probably it will work.
No. Looks much better.
Yeah, really.
So if anybody else has trouble with the Chrome driver, just set WebDriver auto download to false, and it will pick up the Chrome driver from your path.
Right. So I've tried that, and I'm now cannot instantiate the WebDriver instance of type class. But I've got a funny feeling it's because I never had Chrome drivers installed in the first place.
But you have a Chrome, and with the auto download, it fails, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess you would need to download the Chrome driver and put it somewhere where you can execute it from command line. Are you on Windows or on Linux?
Mac.
Mac, okay. Mac also has some kind of path variables. Do you know how to add binaries to your path? Anyone else on Mac who knows that? Or I will Google it quickly.
I don't want to hold up anybody joining, so if it's going to take a while, I can happily try and plod on.
Okay, yeah, just try to get a Chrome driver,
Yeah.
and then add path to macOS. It's easily Googleable, and when you can like find the Chrome driver from your terminal, Serenity should be able to find it as well, and you can try to run the project. Okay. Let's go back to our browser. You can, if you want, take over again, Naeem.
Yeah, sure. What do you want me to do? Sorry, I got carried away. Yeah.
So remembering our model, we started to create an actor. And our actor, because we want to do some browser UI checks, must use a WebDriver to interact with the SUT. So he has the ability with tester.can to browse the web with the browser.
Okay, this is
and this is just, this is not the best code we can have. What we want to do is, instead of opening the URL, we want to open a page. And this is like one of the few instances where we want to have page objects in Serenity. So instead of open URL, we type, just remove the open URL. We want to open browser on, and then we create a new example page.
okay.
New example page.
What do we have here? New examples. How will we spell it?
No, just example page. We will create a new class for that.
Okay, new example page.
New example.
Okay, like that.
That's fine. And create class, and we create the class in the Screenplay page package.
Okay. Like this.
Oh, somebody.
Yeah, there's
somebody did draw on the.
It's okay.
Can
So it will go here.
Okay,
e2e.browser.
I know. And we put it in a Screenplay package. Example Screenplay.page.
Okay, so we have question on the screen.
We need a new one. Screenplay.page.
So you want me to create a folder, right?
page.
And here it will go. Okay, page capital P.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a page object, but we don't really put our element selectors here. The only thing we want to do here is to, above the example page class, type add default URL. And then, yeah, HTTPS example. Yeah, nice. And we call that default URL because with the semicolon, you don't need it. We call it default URL because this is the URL we will have by default, but Serenity has a way to manage different environments. So your example page, like in the test environment, is example. Your example page in production could be somewhere else, or you can just provide the host name via parameter when you have like small short living instances of your system under test. And it will, when you have like, it will replace the host and keep the path parameters if you have something. So your example /login could be example UAT/login, and the test will work. So that's usually the only thing I use page objects for are URLs and managing environments. Okay, back to our browser integration test.
Right, so this IT means integration test, and I believe you told me that we need to have
IT.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you're correct. That's just the way Maven finds tests in the verify phase. You can change your POM to find to have other names as well. This is just the default. Maven will pick it up. You don't have to change anything.
Okay.
So this is like our first action. We have an actor now. We can use a browser, and our first action is to open our homepage. And after that, we can do our assertions on checks, and tester should see that. And now it gets complicated. This looks weird. To make it more readable, we below line 27 start a new line with tester should see that, and then create a new question. Tester should see that.
Okay, and this is coming from Serenity library. The should and the see that, right?
He should see that, and then we create a new homepage opened class. New homepage opened. Okay. And we will put this in our questions package.
Here. Okay. And do we need to add something here?
Yeah, we need to implement stuff. Basically, we just want to implement. Okay, this is like a weird line. It should just be
like
implements this question boolean. Yeah, implemented. Yeah.
So it's saying two questions, two methods. I will just click OK button.
Fine. Answered by is enough. Yeah. The other one is get subject, and get subject gets important later when we have like some readable description of the question in our reports. But for now, yeah, we can. Let me just. It should just say implements question boolean, and the rest is I don't know what it is. It's weird.
Maybe I could like just remove this.
Didn't. Yeah.
And same goes
The
here.
second, yeah. No, you don't need that at all. Everything behind the comma is wrong. That's where you're, some
Okay,
of the
you
IDE
mean
fucked up there. Everything behind the comma, just remove it.
everything
Should
behind
just say
the
implements
comma.
question boolean. Yeah.
Okay, you mean this part? It will go away.
Yeah, this will go away.
Okay, gone.
Okay.
This
You want to import
override.
a question.
So now it has got a problem with this override tag.
Yeah, you need to import the question method, question class. The question is wet.
Okay. That will be like import.
What about the rest of you guys? Anything?
but
Anyone still following? Anyone having problems or questions? Just speak up.
It is here already. Only think it is here already. Like this import statement.
No, that's the package declaration. You need to import the question from Theoclides question, whatever, Serenity.
So the
let me
question is the questions are packaged as part of Serenity.
Yeah. Yeah, question is just the interface to. Okay, I will try to remember that, Danielle. Question is just the interface to say this is a thing which we can ask and which returns something. So questions are basically just actions which return something.
Okay, so it will be net.serenity BDD dot like this.
Yep. Nice. Cool. Yeah, and a bit like the page object. Page objects always had like a reference to the WebDriver. Here we always have a reference to the actor calling or asking the question. So let's return true for now.
Okay, I'm doing it. Just give me 1 second. Having trouble speaking.
I can.
Yeah, please let us return true.
Yep. And above that, we create a new line doing our actual check.
Inside this method.
Correct.
Please go ahead.
And now you want to create. What was the question? Okay. You can here again say actor.
Sorry.
Small dot should see that. You need I guess you need the braces and then given when then see that looks all right. And then we ask a new question, and we ask a question about the state of our SUT. So we ask a new web element question.
Okay.
Okay, so we're asking a question about some web element on our page. Our target right now, just for an example, is the body. So we create a capital T target.
That will be the parameter. Like this?
No, without new. Just a static method. Without the new, just capital T target. Dot the THE. And now for the next developer looking at our elements, we provide a meaningful description. We just put body here. We target the and the string body. This is just for convenience, so you have a good way to check what actually is checked in the report, and makes it easier for the next developer to get the intention of what you are actually targeting without any fancy selectors. After the body, you need to add the locator. So dot located by. And there we put our CSS selector, which would be just body.
Okay, once again, body.
Mhm.
A lot of body. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And are we okay with this red line, red here? Could not resolve.
No, you need to import the actual method.
Okay, come on. Let me try. Import static method. Import this, right?
Yeah.
Or import this complete
The second
given,
one.
then see that.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine as well. I'm usually always importing these static methods if I can, because it just makes the code shorter and more, the reading flows more like text. When you have actor should see that the target, it just sounds better than actor should given when then sees that new web element question target Z. Aber that's just for convenience. So, going back to our browser IT.
Okay.
Then remove the line 30 because everything we do in line 30 we just have included in our homepage opened. Yeah. Go back to the homepage opened. We can also check for, if you want, check for text content, just for fun. We aren't really ready. We aren't really done here. I'm just realizing you are missing the assertion.
Okay.
You see the target located by body, but what he actually wants is after as second parameter to the C that, so just include a comma somewhere. We want to create our matcher, so we actually have an assertion and not just question. It's weird that he doesn't complain. Usually C that requires a second parameter, and that's the matcher.
Here or here?
No, one, yeah. Comma. Oh, no. That's one too early. It's pretty late where you are, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Problem.
Okay. And then we want to do a new web element state matcher.
State matcher.
Sorry, it's a static method. No, without new, just web element state matcher. And this all looks a little bit complicated because it's like some convenience questions and matchers explicitly for web elements. If you're doing your own things without web elements, it's a little bit better.
But it is not showing web element state matcher, and it will be, we'll need to import it, right?
Yeah. You're missing the S. You're missing the S in the end.
Okay. This is it. And how do we call it?
Dot contains text. These are all just convenience matches. You can expect to test this example. You can just use, I don't know if you know the HamQuest library where you do assertions with matchers. You can just do your own questions and related HamQuest matchers, whatever you want to do there. Expected tests is example domain or something like that. I don't remember. It's not that important.
We can always take control of the mouse. Yeah. Here you think I'm like
Okay.
dysfunctional.
So, but that's yeah. I will do it. I try. Can I? Sample. It works. Cool. And let me quickly show you how I would format it. I would add a static import here. I would add a static import. I'm sorry, that's not the right one. A static import here. And another static import here. And let's do some formatting so it looks a little bit better, at least in my opinion. I know formatting is very subjective. So do whatever you see fit. And then in the new line, we put our question. Web element question. And we put our matcher on the next line, and then we hit Control Alt L, and it doesn't work like that. Nope. Yeah, code, auto intent. Control Alt L. Okay. That's the question. That's basically our assertion. That's what the question we ask about the state. That's what we check. I find it pretty readable in the sense of you can read it as plain text, most close to plain text as you can get, I guess. So actor should see that the web element located by body contains text with AMO domain. And this is basically everything from our screenplay model covered. We have an actor. The actor does things with his ability, and the actor asks questions to ensure functionality. I would love to have done like another example, a mission for you, but I guess we already are over our time regarding the whole hands-on workshop thingy. But if you're interested, we will can definitely do more. Just hit me up and we can do another session. I guess, Naeem, you didn't really learn anything new today. We already did that, I guess. But
okay.
yeah.
It's okay it's okay to connect with, you know, I've been working from home for so long, so it's okay to connect.
Yeah, definitely. That's really great. It's meeting at least some new people every week and talking to them.
Yeah, who can understand what you're saying.
Everything we did today, I pretty much coincidentally did today as like a YouTube tutorial video. So if you wanna check that out later, you can do that. I will post the link here, and maybe I will post the link to the Serenity to the LinkedIn. Oh, I'm tired as well. I'm sorry. I will post the link in the workshop as well. For now, I hope you are not so much dissatisfied with what you have seen here. Is there? First off, thanks to Nemelik for providing the Zoom channel here and recording it. Any immediate questions you want to have answered before we finish up? Okay. Then, okay, I know it's fine. Thanks. Okay, cool. Yeah, hit me up with any feedback. If you have any trouble, just send me a message and we'll figure it out. I can really recommend you follow the creator of Serenity, John Ferguson Smart, on LinkedIn. He has a lot of good content regarding test automation, not limited to Java and not limited to Serenity. Just the overall how does agile testing actually work. As I said, there's also a JavaScript library you can check out. There's a dojo for Serenity with a lot of workshops you can pay for if you want. I'm not involved in that right now. And I don't know. I guess we stop here for today, and maybe we'll meet each other in the next session, because I wanted to show you how you use the rest assured ability. But I'm pretty tired. Naeem is pretty tired. I guess we stop for today. Is that fine?
No worries.
Cool. Yeah, then. Thanks everyone for attending. And if you have any further questions, hit me up, check out the YouTube video, and we'll see each other later.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.